Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Richmond.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Richmond.
Throwing on third down, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
With it is Jackson. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Throwing on first down. Goodman, and his first look is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the bootleg. Goodman. And Davis with it left side. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, let's go.
From the gun, Goodman. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Target. Come back. Target.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 76 yards. And the Texans have taken the early lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Detroit! Here we go now. 3-19.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Goodman. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Gun! Now let's go!
And they'll go on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. So he runs it for 1 yard, then no gain. I don't know that you go back to that well here on 3rd down.
Yeah, I don't know that you do as well, but if you want to get the ball to him, if you want him to have it, maybe you get him into space and throw it to him.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Gun! Over! Detroit!
Operating from the gun. Goodman. He's going to air one out. This is caught. Touchdown, Titans. Allen Robinson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point put through by Suckup. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Watson now on second down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, Green 39. Lampert.
And on the ground they go with a running back. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
To throw on 3rd down. Goodman. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47.
Set. Green 39, Green 39. No. Check. Patriot. Detroit.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not got much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him?
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, He's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Come back.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. He's letting this one go for 4. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Come back.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Reset.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Good coverage there, an even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5, and it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Let's go. Blue 90. Hot.
Now they try the right side here. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout.
Detroit! Gone!
From the gun on 3rd down. Goodman, man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Goodman. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Off the play fake. Goodman uncorks one for Davis. And that is caught by Davis for a Tennessee touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to strike for 6. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Come back, come back. Tiger.
On first down, it's Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not at
because
all.
those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Come back.
On first and 10, Watson. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Watch it now, Barney. Here we go now. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. And now the Texans want to call another timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The Titans on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And they'll run it here. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. The final shot before the break. Watson, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've come upon, due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This one taken from the 7. And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Leopard. Leopard.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! No. Check. Patriot! Patriot!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop him. On 3rd down, that's Mack. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. They go play action here on 1st down. And fighting down inside the 25. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Well, those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play and give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Tiger. Richmond.
Watson on 1st down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Caught left side, Hopkins. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Tiger, Tiger, Tiger. Come back, come back. Come back, come back. Hey.
On first down, Watson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember when we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out
exactly.
there. But the 9 picks,
9 picks, you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season.
Here we go now. Blue lining. Blue lining.
And they'll go on the ground. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, Goodman. And that is incomplete.
Well, the fans should be applauding this defense right now. It's an excellent job. They force a 3 and out, and they should be able to set up their guys in great field position, probably near midfield or better.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. One of the longest punts in the last decade or so, 80-plus yards. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Come back, come back.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Good coverage that time by Malcolm Butler. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And a nice spin into some open field. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big 1st down to get away from the end zone. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Right back to him on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Come back, come back.
Off of play action, it's Watson. He'll buy some time running. On the passing route, complete. It's Fuller. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Tiger, tiger, tiger. Tiger, tiger, tiger.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. And this one is incomplete.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Watson. To throw on 3rd down. He's going to rifle, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the USC man, LYGERxX's. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down. Back now in Houston. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the 4th quarter. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7.
Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Operating from the gun. Goodman trying to lay one up deep. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. You and I have talked about it before, but what about the year this guy's had on the ground? You come in as a rookie and in the discussion, and the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. We talk about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on second and 10.
Hey, green the line. Green the line.
On second and 10, Watson finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here it's third down.
Richmond.
Again, it's Watson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And they'll run it here. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Off the bootleg. Goodman steps away. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 13 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put him behind the 8 ball.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, they've gone to the 4th in Cincinnati. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near.
Tiger. Come back. Richmond. Tiger.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Watson now to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Watson going deep for Hopkins. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Come back. Two jet.
Now Watson on 3rd down. Aguilar has it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And 21 yards there as they convert on third. Here's Watson on first down. And he's caught. Touchdown, Texans. As his guys are in for 6. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. To throw on second down. Goodman. Dancing to his left. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that should just about do it.
And sometimes things come together exactly like you want. It's not just been the volume of carries he's had in this contest. It's been the production as well.
And now the Texans want to call another timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Titans go victory formation as they take a knee. And play.